So did y'all produce or did y'all put out a record on Techno Hop before y'all got with the major?
We put out a maxi single.
Okay.
It had 3 songs on it.
Were y'all Compton's Most Wanted yet?
Yes.
Oh, really?
We were Compton's Most Wanted then.
Okay.
And we put out a record called This Is Compton, Give It Up, and I Give Up Nothing.
Now, what year was that?
Yeah, what year?
Oh, man, that had to be like 89.
Okay.
I remember that record. The homie had that tape.
Yeah, because we had a tape, too. Now, the plan was they were going to stop fucking with Macola. And they were supposed to form West Coast distributors or some shit.
Lonzo, Unknown, and Egypt, right?
Lonzo, Egypt, Unknown, and I think L.A. Dream Team dude.
Okay.
Snake Puppy.
Right.
Yeah,
So they were going to form their own and stop fucking with Macola. And I don't know what happened, because we were supposed to be the first project to come through there. And we did that single, and I think Unknown met a guy named Chuck Fassard and Stewart, and I forgot the other dude name. He ended up working for Morgan Creek. But they heard the motherfucking single.
Yeah.
And so Unknown negotiated, because they was fucking with Orpheus.
Unknown was?
This dude that Unknown met.
Okay.
So that's how we ended up signing to Orpheus Capital. Okay. Because Unknown met a dude who was fucking with Orpheus, who Orpheus had to deal with Capital. So, but at the time, nothing that they had put out was successful. So Capital was on their last legs with Orpheus. So
didn't Orpheus put out Arabian Prince?
Yeah, they put out a gang of bullshit.
Okay.
No disrespect to Arabian Prince, but they was putting out a gang of bullshit. You just shit that wasn't going.
Right.
Dance driven.
So we end up coming through, but it's like I said, it was at the time where Capital was like, we ain't really fucking with Orpheus no more.
Yeah. So
what happened was, we put out It's a Compton Thing through Orpheus, the first album, CM Dub album. And then...
did Unknown produce the whole album?
Hell no. A lot of it was produced by DJ Slip.
Okay, right.
Unknown produced a little bit, but Unknown was really like the executive motherfucker.
Right.
He, he was the motherfucker who knew the game. We didn't know shit. I didn't know shit. You get me? So that's how my publishing got stolen. And, he stole my publishing and all of that. I was just a young nigga eager to rap. You get me? I didn't know. I was 17 years old. I didn't know shit about contracts and lawyers and all of that. Nigga, all I wanted to do was be on the cover of Fresh or Right On. Nigga riding that limo with that dookie rope on, and that made me feel like I had accomplished something in music.
Did you have any dealings with Jerry Heller at the time?
Hell no. I never went to. But see, all them niggas was, and I don't want to call them crooked, because I tell Steele this all the time. If you don't know, you don't know.
Right.
And. Like, my nigga Steele is probably a rare motherfucker, because he believe in being fair with niggas. But like I tell him all the time, if a nigga gonna fuck you, he gonna fuck you.
If he can, he will.
If he can, he's gonna fuck you. And at that time, all these little independent labels that were running around the city, if they got them artists, they was gonna fuck you.
Even at Macola, we've heard rumors about Macola, how they would backdoor the records.
Of course.
We've been hearing rumors about that for years.
Man, please. So, like I said, we signed to Orpheus, and then that deal fell through, and then the record, I guess, it sold about 200,000 copies. So, Orpheus went over to Sony. And so we ended up getting a deal through Orpheus through Sony.
Okay. Y'all moved some units.
We moved like 200,000 units on our very first record. And we had one video. We had no radio play, no promotion, no nothing. We did about 200 and some thousand. So Orpheus basically, they got dropped by Capitol, and then EMI probably wanted to sign us. So we did the New York trip and went to go sit down with EMI and Chrysalis and all that. But like I said, at the time, they had no idea what to do with us. You get me? They had no idea. So we came home, we didn't have a deal, and the next thing you know, we signed to Sony and Epic, and I did 2 records over there through Unknown and Orpheus.
Yeah.
And then I found out a nigga was stealing money, and you know, so.
At that time, this is like 90, 91, right?
This is around, between 91 and 93.
When Tim Dog did the Fuck Compton record, did he put y'all in there? Did he mention Compton's Most Wanted? Okay.
He didn't mention us, but we did a record on Music to Drive By called Fuck Tim Dog. It was called Who's Fucking Who? And it was aimed at Tim. We just felt disrespected because of all the bad rap we were getting because of our style of music. You get me? And everybody knows, you know, as far as the majority of hip hop, you know, where it was, you know, high notoriety, you know.
A lot of people felt disrespected because the West Coast welcomed a lot of hip hop records.
Yes,
from East Coast,
we do.
We had K-Day, so everybody would come out here. We welcomed them with open arms.
Yeah, we've put on the shows with the Run DMCs and the Houdinis and the LLs and the Eric B and Rakims, and even to this day, outside artists get more love and respect than I think hometown artists do.
Did y'all perform at Skateland World on Wheels back in the day?
Hell no. We couldn't do that.
Not even World on Wheels?
Oh no. At that time we were what you would call like, we were stuck in the hood. I didn't venture outside of Compton. Like half of my the beginning of my career, rap career, I didn't leave Compton. I mean, that's all I knew. I didn't, you know, as far as the gangbanging shit is concerned, we didn't travel outside the hood.
You knew a lot about hip hop, dog.
Oh yeah, man. I was around all that stuff. I was with the LA Posse and all those guys.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Muff.
My boy Slip, he ran LA sound control.
Okay.
So they used to provide all the sound systems for all the LA Convention Center concerts. You know, when they would bring Run DMC out here, my man Slip and them would provide the sound systems, the tables, all the big Sherwin Vegas and all that shit.
Did you ever go to the Uncle Jam Army joints? Were you a little bit? I was too young.
I was too young back then. But once I hooked up with Slip was like I said, he ran LA Sound Control Mob, and then he was a local DJ at a lot of those clubs back then. Water the Bush, Paradise, you know. So
now you cool with Unknown still?
I haven't talked to Unknown.
Word.
Yeah.
About how long?
Ooh. I haven't talked to Unknown since Sony decided to kick him out of my deal because I was complaining when I found out he stole publishing money.
Oh, damn.
So, you know,
I just saw him on some shit. He was on Alonzo's show.
Yeah,
but he had his face covered up.
Him and Alonzo is him and Alonzo is cool. My problem is this, and just like I say, if a nigga can fuck you, he gonna fuck you. Now I was a young dude. I knew nothing about the music business. I was just coming into trying to find my identity as far as I'm gangbanging. I'm claiming a neighborhood. Blah. I knew nothing about the music business, but when it started, it caught me. Like, you know, I'm finding myself not going to the hood today because I'm sitting at home fucking writing raps and shit.
Right.
And so it caught my interest because I looked at it like, the fuck am I finna do? You know, you're trying to figure yourself out around 16, 17, 18. What am I finna do?
Right.
You get me?
Were you guys, and basically Quick, the first crews to claim sets? Because I don't remember anybody claiming an actual set. I knew people were part of sets. You guys openly claimed a set, and that was the first time I've seen that.
I didn't, when I first started rapping, I didn't openly say I was from Tragnew Park because...
That would have fucked the record sales up, right?
I was from Tragnew, before I started rapping.
Right.
And around Compton, that's...
People knew.
Exactly.
They already knew.
I didn't feel a need to do that. Now, people knew we were Crips.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because of the references. But I never openly came out and said Tragnew, and probably until my 4th or 5th record.
Okay.
We were already gangbanging. That was, like I tell people, that was before rap started. So partly, you know, the situation with that is, you know, I was from Tragnew, he was from his neighborhood. That was openly known before records even, you know, started coming out. So
let me ask you this. Your movie that you got, is it dropping at the end of this month?
It's dropping this week.
Yeah, that's why I was going to say microphone check.
Microphone check, yeah.
You talk about the origins of hip-hop a lot over there. Do you touch on the West Coast any?
No, we're going to have to do another film about the West Coast. That's why I'm chopping it up with Eiht. So
we would like to definitely be involved.
Absolutely.
We would like to definitely, because Bobcat, when you mentioned the L.A. Posse, Bobcat is my god brother.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
DJ
wow.
Bobcat is my god brother, so I would definitely, definitely want to be a part of that. You talk about something, and that's what really caught me. That's when I really I said, this brother know what he's talking about. And I think I commented on your Twitter page or X or whatever it's called now, right? I've been hearing a lot of brothers, primarily from the East Coast, no disrespect to none of them cats, right? But they starting to rewrite history a little bit, saying like hip hop is from the Caribbean.
Right.
And now that may have been your inspiration, but that's not where it comes from. Now, when you do microphone check, do you address a lot of that stuff?
We address all of it, man. Because, you know, the 50th anniversary of hip-hop is here. So now that hip-hop is a positive thing and it's corporate now. So there's a lot of money coming into it. And plus, they got the b-boying and breakdancing in the Olympics now. So now there's a lot of money in this. And whenever something is looked at as positive that we create, we always have to get it taken away from us. Now they got to have a co-creation origin. They got to say we got it from Latinos and the Caribbeans. And no disrespect to them, but hip-hop and rap, none of that came from the Caribbean. There was a myth that got started in the 80s that rap came from Jamaican toasting. That's not true. And another myth, they tried to say, well, Kool Herc is the creator of hip-hop. He's not the creator. He's the godfather.
I'm going to tell you who the creator of hip-hop is, to be technical with you. A guy from North Carolina, Pig Meat Markham.
Yeah.
Here Come the Judge.
Yeah, that record, he was actually rapping over a funk break. And a lot of rappers actually got their cadence from that.
And you know what?
From that.
I'm going to tell you something. And him being from North Carolina, he kind of made his bones in the chitlin circuit in Harlem.
Yeah.
And he was at the Apollo all the time. So I'm pretty sure somebody went to the Apollo because he was there like every week and he was winning that motherfucker. And I'm pretty sure somebody went to the Apollo and said, you know what, that's kind of tight. Same thing he was doing. If you never heard Here Come the Judge?
yeah.
Yeah, but we've been rapping on records since the 1920s. We've always done that. Even when we weren't doing records, we would do something called Hambone, where we would pat on our bodies.
Hambone.
And Hambone, have you heard? Mama gonna buy you a Mockingbird. And you know Mixmaster Spade, he would rap in the Hambone cadence.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, Mixmaster Spade and the man in the rock. That's Hambone, you know. So that's a part of our culture, man. We've been doing that stuff.